most interesting name in the world has emerged as a possible trade candidate to the Philadelphia Eagles. What's interesting about this one is this has a Howie Roseman move written all over it.
Dallas still stinks.
Yo, by the way, Dingbat here. I hope everybody's having a great day. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're hanging in there. You know, there are two lines of thinking for Eagle fans when it comes to the slot wide receiver position. You either believe in Quez Watkins or you think he is Quez Dropkins. And depending upon how you feel about that, probably depends on whether you think the Eagles need to go out and get another wide receiver. Me personally, I like Quez Watkins, but I would still bring in competition if I could. Now, before we get into all of this and a little bit more, if you're new to the channel and you like the content, make sure you hit that like button. More importantly, make sure you subscribe to the most censored, the most throttled, pause, Eagles content creator in all of the internet. And if you've been subscribed for a while, I just want to thank you so much for the support you give to me. Now, before we get started on Eagles talk, I got to say this. Red alert, red alert, red alert. I'm worried about Mark Holmes. I'm worried about the guy. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon for me. I'm home for lunch making a video. It's 4 o'clock on the East Coast, and Mark Holmes has not put out a video today. He has literally not put out a video. I get up about 5, 6 in the morning every morning, Monday through Friday, and usually he's got at least 2, maybe 3 videos out by that time. There's nothing. It's 4 in the afternoon. Did we put Mark Holmes in the loony bin? Did Mark Holmes just lose it? Because I really don't know how he's going to make it through the season. All the disappointing Dak Prescott stuff that's about to come his way, I don't know if the man's going to be able to handle it. Where's Mark Holmes? Is he okay? I texted him, no response. I hope it's, in all seriousness, I hope Mark's okay. But I just wonder, maybe he can't take this Dallas Cowboys disappointment anymore. It's been a long time of losing, and he's about to put up with another year. Then it's going to have to lead to a whole rebuild, and it's going to be 4 or 5 years before they even have anything. They're going to need a new quarterback, all that stuff. Where's Mark Holmes? I can't find him anywhere. Can't find him anywhere. Now, let's talk about something good. Let's talk about the Philadelphia Eagles. I got a few things to say, okay? Victor Williams, shout out to him, Liberty Line. I really like the guy. I like his articles and stuff like that. Well, he did a couple articles that I'm actually going to talk about today. But the first one was the idea, you know, and this was this was Victor Williams, but this also came from Wolf Sports. And they were talking about possible trade candidates in camp for the Eagles that they might want to consider. And one name they brought up hit me, man. It hit me different. You know what I mean? It hit me like, oh wait, that feels like a Howie Roseman type move. You know what I mean? That seems like the little guy with his Napoleon hat, his glasses, pocket pencil protector, calculating the calculations of the cornbread mother humper, and he's sitting there. And this seems like a Howie Roseman type move. So it piqued my interest enough that I wanted to talk about this, right? So Victor Williams posted this. Could a young emerging receiver find a new home in Philadelphia? And you know, the article goes on to talk about the possibilities of the Eagles going out and possibly getting Terrence Marshall Jr. Now, that's really, really interesting to me. Terrence Marshall Jr. is only a second-year player, right? Why would the Carolina Panthers want to go out and trade him? That would be the question. Well, they're stocked at wide receiver. They're stocked, and I don't know that they're going to be able to keep all these guys. Terrence Marshall Jr., 6'2", 200 pounds. A lot of people, including myself, really liked him coming out of the draft. I thought early second round was the perfect spot for him. Last year, he had 28 receptions for 490 yards, 1 touchdown, and he averaged 17.5 yards a catch. Now, that's a much better year than his rookie year. By all accounts, the guy has been looking fantastic this all season. But it's a numbers game in Carolina. Frank Reich not going to be able to keep all these guys, which may mean they're going to have to shop him. And this is the perfect Howie Roseman type move. Now, this is what Wolf Sports said about Terrence Marshall Jr. and the possibilities, okay? In our 2023 Fantasy Football Draft Guide, the interesting stat to know for the Panthers is after averaging just 4.6 yards per target as a rookie, Terrence Marshall Jr. averaged 10.4 yards per target last season. Marshall is drawing rave reviews this offseason, and the Panthers might not want to trade an emerging player. However, and this is the important part, Carolina also signed Adam Thielen, DJ Chark at receivers during free agency, and they drafted Old Mississippi receiver Jonathan Mingo in the second round, with Laviska Shenault Jr. also becoming someone that the new Panthers head coach Frank Reich wants to utilize on offense. There's a chance that Terrence Marshall Jr. is available in a crowded group. A team like the Eagles could be an exceptional fit with Marshall as another big threat in their offense. I think, like I said, this just hit me different, because that this is the total type of move I would expect from Howie Roseman. A guy that we haven't talked about, a guy we haven't thought about, a guy on a rookie contract. Howie sees opportunity there, and he goes out and he gets them. Now, it could be where Terrence Marshall Jr. is going to be, he is going to beat out Laviska Shenault. The thing with Laviska Shenault is Frank Reich probably wants to utilize him in a bunch of different ways, almost as like a Swiss Army knife. He probably wants to use him as a running back sometimes, as a receiver sometimes, so he's going to move them all around. The question is will they have enough? Will they have too many receivers on their roster? Will they have to trade them? Because to me, this would be this is the kind of move that I would absolutely love. Get a guy like that, and you know what? Bring him in. You don't bring him in and just give him the job. Let him battle Quez Watkins. Let him battle Zacharias Olimad. I can't pronounce his name. We'll just call him Z. Let him battle those guys, and then let the best guy win the slot receiving position. There is no way in hell that you can tell me that, hey, we don't like Quez Watkins, we need to upgrade Quez Watkins, and then you don't go out and get a receiver. Or even all the different trade scenarios where the Eagles trade Quez Watkins. If you're going to move him, or if you don't believe in him, then I think you've got to look to potentially upgrade the position. Sorry, my big fat chin hit the back of the wall again. But that's how I feel about it. So to me, this is a very interesting name to watch out for. I'm going to be curious. I'm going to be watching out for him, during training camp and see, because they have a lot of receivers on that team, and you can't keep all those guys. He could be somebody that they want to package in a trade. Maybe we could swap, we could put together some package with Derek Barnett and a pick or something, a mid-round pick, and go out and get this kid. But I would love to bring in competition for Quez Watkins. And I say that as somebody that actually likes Quez Watkins and believes that he can still play. It's just that if given the opportunity, I think you've got to, look to actually challenge him and bring some competition in. Now, the other thing I want to talk about, and Victor Williams also had posted something about this, but you know me, I'm a sucker for the jerseys. I'm a sucker for the Kelly Green and all those kind of things. Well, there's a guy on Twitter, at BigCap13, shout out to him, but he said that he found Eagles Kelly Green, alternate Kelly Greens being sold, I guess being bootlegged. And the question is are these jerseys that are being sold, in China and stuff, are these the real jerseys? Like we had a leak a couple weeks ago. Do we have a leak now with an alternate? And this is what it looks like. It's the white and Kelly Green. Let me just pull it up. So here's what the jersey looks like. To me, my God, that thing is beautiful. That is beautiful. I love this jersey. I would love to buy this jersey, I got to tell you. Now, I have some questions because it's kind of interesting, but I love this jersey, and to me, I think if the Eagles are coming out with this, it would be awesome. Now, we know they're coming out with the Kelly Green, and it's going to be in the Randall, Reggie, Jerome era. That's what Jeffrey Lurie said. However, if this is a real jersey that they're going to sell, What is going on? Because you're going to have Kelly Green jersey, right, as an alternate. Where are you going to fit in the white jersey in green? Could it be possible? And this is just my theory. If you look at the Eagles, you look at the word mark, right? They revamped their word mark. If you look at that word mark, it doesn't fit their jersey. I think the Eagles, and this is my personal opinion, I think we're in the midst of changes to their uniforms. I think last year was the black helmet, black jersey, black pants. Then this year is the Kelly Green alternate jersey. I really think you're going to see a revamped home and away jersey coming next year. I think it's going to come and it's going to fit the word mark, because I don't think the current uniform logo, I don't think it fits. I don't think it fits with the word mark. It just doesn't fit. So I think there's something coming. Now, and I have to pause for that. Pause. But I think if I am right, and my calculations of the cornbread are right, and the Eagles are going to revamp their jerseys, and maybe they keep the colors midnight green and stuff. I'm not saying they're not. That's not what I'm arguing. We're getting a Kelly Green alternate. But if the Eagles were to do something where you had these white jerseys, and you throw these white jerseys, and then you put in this white helmet, all right, and you have this as your away jersey, my God, dude. God, that would look so good. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, these white jerseys, I hate the current Eagles white jerseys, by the way. I think they're boring, and they're boring. This white jersey, this Kelly Green, is beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. But if the Eagles, if I'm the Eagles, here's what I'm going to do. My alternate jersey is going to become the black helmet, black jersey, and things like that. Or I'm going to have a black jersey with Kelly Green, like we've seen in the one picture of Jalen Hurts that somebody did. But I want to have white helmets on the road, and I want to have the green helmets at home. And I don't want it to necessarily be the old-fashioned ones. I want it to be updated, modern, and I want it to have it looking like something like this. But watch out and see, are these alternate Kelly Green jerseys, are they really going to be sold? Are the Eagles going to come out with the Kelly Green jerseys that they'll wear, and then they'll also sell a white version? I would love it. I would love to get some jersey like this. I love this. I love the Kelly Green home ones better, but I absolutely love this. I don't know if this is a real leak or if this is just being sold in China. They like to bootleg those. Those jerseys. And sometimes, because they make a lot of those jerseys there, they will leak stuff out, and you could see the real deal. So it's going to be interesting. But let me know. Get me this Kelly Green so I can get my Devontae Smith Kelly Green jersey. I'm ready to go. With that said, take care. Talk to you later, of course. Don't be a dingbat. Remember, it's how we vision. We're all just living in it. Mark Holmes, no mas. No mas, Mark Holmes. Can't find the guy. Ain't responding. I hope he's okay. Maybe he's sanding the wood, and painting the fence, something like that. Hopefully he's okay. Because I've never seen this where Mark Holmes is non-existent. It's kind of weird, dude. It's kind of strange. I'm worried. Maybe aliens got him. I mean, there's a lot of UFO sightings, which reminds me, damn, Skinwalker Ranch is on tonight. That's the best show on television. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. Because I think Real Discovery, of all these docuseries, I think that's the most likely to happen. I think it's the most likely to have something big discovered on that show. If any show there ever was, it's going to be that one. Not that stupid Bigfoot show where they sit in the woods going, and then you hear like leaves blow, and they go, oh, Bigfoot talk back. Get the hell out of here. Denzel Washington out.